Yeah, always. There you go.
Yeah, what about you?
Same old.
Good night.
Same old, same old, same old, same old.
And when you said that when he put his phone in your face and it grazed your cheek, did it cause any pain at all? Did it hurt?
Yeah, well, yeah, but your adrenaline's going,
Okay.
right?
On June 4, 2024, Mitchell Rand, a local homeless man and activist living in Broomfield, Colorado, took the floor during the city council meeting to speak out about the harassment he claimed to be experiencing from the police. Post-meeting, Rand didn't back down. He followed the council members outside, his cell phone in hand, recording the aftermath. The drama escalated when city manager Jennifer Hoffman emerged, giving a heartfelt hug to a police officer. But then, in a bizarre turn of events, she turned left, walking directly into Rand's outstretched phone, and with a flair for the dramatic, she accused him of assault. During this portion of the video, the officer has not activated the audio function on his body-worn camera, so it's silent.
Hey.
Hey, sis, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. It's always good to see you. I feel like I've been seeing you a lot lately.
How are you? Good. Yeah, always. There you go.
Yeah, what about you?
Same old.
Good night.
Same old, same old, same old, same old. Same old. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Nice night.
It is a nice
You know how to
night.
get it to stop. You know how to get it
It
to
is a
stop.
nice night.
Yeah. You want any good jokes on this lovely evening?
Probably mom jokes.
The stark fluorescent lights illuminated the tension in the room as Jennifer Hoffman sat across from the detectives. With a calm demeanor, she recounted the events of that fateful night. Her voice unwavering, she navigated through the complexities of her recollections, each word painting a vivid scene. Questions flowed, leading to unexpected revelations. And amidst the tension, a gripping narrative began to unfold.
Yeah, I guess your camera's on too, so. All right, so.
So last night, council meeting.
Yeah.
So we've been dealing with so it's 2 weeks in a row, which in and of itself, I think it rattles many only because it's out of the ordinary. And the relentless pursuit, I think, is really what sets it apart.
Yeah.
So it's not, and it's not passive. It's not somebody that's videotaping from afar.
Yeah.
Right? It's active. He actively pursues. Every time I moved, he actively pursues. And I think it's only it's a period of time that you shine it on, right? And so and I didn't want anybody else to be rattled by it. And so if they see me getting rattled by it, then of course it's a ripple effect.
Yeah.
So we come out. He is standing in the. He went from the vestibule outside and was being distracted while other council members were escorted to their car, and I was waiting for some of the last council members to exit the building. I think we had 2 that were left, and each of whom were in different sections of the parking lot, which. So I'm trying to pay attention to that, and he's outside of the vestibule now. Cameras up in my face, kind of throughout that walking out period. And then when we got outside, it was I can't remember if I turned. I think I was turning around to the left. Because we had one of our female council members, he seems although he's verbally assaultive to everyone, there's no distinction, or he doesn't discriminate. You all know that. But it seems like his vitriol is really intense with females. So he was hollering epithets, doing the same thing last Tuesday, right up, right up, not only in personal space and mean space, right, but I mean like right up in there. And you don't know the kind of where that boundary or that line is, right? You just want to get in your car and you want to get out of this situation as soon as you can.
Yeah.
And last night was no different. So I think the difference last night, Sergio, was it was a strong arm, right? So it wasn't where he was videotaping, right? It was like one of those.
Yeah.
So turned left, grazed.
Okay.
And then continued with the conversation with the officers, because again, I didn't want him to feel like he was, getting over on us,
Sure.
or intimidating, because that's his sole intent.
Sure.
And I had my eye on the last council member that was leaving, which that's the only reason that I was still there, was making sure that council had gotten to their car safely, and then
Sure.
county attorney and I left, and then he again proceeded, to the cars,
Yeah.
screaming the epithets, slamming his phone up against the car window on the passenger side.
Oh, he followed you to your
Yes.
car, you're saying? Okay.
Yep. And he did the same thing last week, except my windows were down, so I'm notorious for leaving my windows down. And he's on the driver's side last time, and the same thing, right? Except I was quick enough to get out of the way of the phone, and yesterday I wasn't.
So when you're saying he, who is he?
Mitchell
You.
Rand.
Okay. And you have known him for a while now?
Probably 5 years.
5 years? Okay. But I know, at least for me, it seemed like he hadn't been around for a while, and he has
Yeah,
resurfaced.
like a 2.5 year.
Yeah.
2.5, 3 years maybe.
Yeah. And then,
He's more assaultive and violent this go around.
yeah,
Much
almost seems like
more,
he's escalating.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Much more aggressive.
Yeah.
And even more escalating than, I mean, if we thought last week, when he followed me to the car last week, again, it was the same epithets, the screaming and the yelling. But he's Sergio, I don't know how to articulate it other than he's braver.
Sure.
I mean, it's because we're not doing anything,
Sure.
and we don't respond.
And when you were saying this all happened last night, do you remember what time last night it happened, if you can approximate?
I think council got out, I don't know, about probably 7:45. We got out early last night.
And it was after the city council meeting?
It was, yeah. So it was probably just a little bit after 8.
Okay.
So it took about 20 minutes to get council members from the chamber to the lobby, and then everyone dispersed. But he had chased down, and when I say chase down, I literally mean chase down. By that point, probably five council members.
Okay. And when you said that when he put his phone in your face and it grazed your cheek, did it cause any pain at all? Did it hurt?
Yeah, well, yeah, but your adrenaline's going,
Okay.
right? And so we've been dealing with this
Yeah.
for 2 hours at that council meeting. So you're already, and my first thought again is the safety of council. So it wasn't. So it's not until you kind of take a breath, Yeah, so it's not even until I got home. So it wasn't immediate.
Okay, so you didn't feel it then?
No.
You felt it afterwards?
Yeah,
What did you feel afterwards?
just like it was sore.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you know, like when you run into a cabinet.
Okay.
And again, I just didn't want him to think or get the satisfaction, to be honest with you.
Sure.
So you just shine it on.
Yeah. And so when he was doing that, the whole filming and following you guys around, and
Yeah.
when he ends up, hitting you with the phone and grazing you, you felt like it was more of a graze than a smack or a hit.
It was a combination.
Okay.
Again, it was. I think the impact was different, Sergio, because he was already strong armed, right? So
Okay.
his body was moving forward. It wasn't
Sure.
the phone that was moving forward,
Okay.
and then my movement.
Okay.
So it was the combination. So I don't know how to say whether it was a hit or a graze or.
Okay. All right. And when he was filming you guys walk and following you guys around, and even before he smacked you or when he smacked you, how did all that make you feel? All that behavior of his.
Well, like it would make anybody feel. You know, you're. And I'm a tough nut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, intimidated.
Okay. Did it make you feel at all annoyed that what he was doing?
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting you should ask that. It's annoying while we're in the council chambers, because we're trying to conduct business. It's different when it's mano a mano.
Sure, like you're out of
It's less of an annoyance, and it's a more of,
Yeah.
what's happening here?
Sure. Did you feel like it was alarming? Did it alarm you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's annoying has more of a business connotation and less kind of personal space.
Okay. And what about, did you feel that his actions of what he was doing to you, did you feel like he was like harassing you?
Absolutely. Has been. Constant. Yeah, and harassment isn't like a momentary thing.
Yeah.
It's a continuous activity, and he's intending to do that.
Yeah. Intending to harass you. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So I can go back to just with so you're saying that didn't feel it when you got smacked, but it was more of a afterward you kind of felt because of the adrenaline you didn't feel anything, but it was sore. Okay. All right. And then after he followed you to your car,
Yeah.
how did that separate? Did you just drive away? Okay.
Yeah, and at that point the adrenaline kind of stays at that fever pitch because he's right behind you, right? So even though you can't see him, you can feel him. And again, and he's screaming these epithets.
Yeah.
And so he didn't follow me around like he did like last week, right? He was with my car, with the phone,
Yeah.
in the window, right? So in my car space, not even outside of the car space. So
Yeah.
that's why it is escalating.
Yeah.
But he didn't have time to come around the driver's side.
Okay.
So he just came to the passenger side and then again, slams it up against the window.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Well, the biggest question too here at the end is that are you willing to pursue charges?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So the next step with that is what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you complete a witness statement.
Okay.
You don't have to put your personal address, just put your work address on here.
Okay.
Don't put your date of birth on here. So
Okay.
just we'll treat you as an official employee, like a city employee
Okay.
witness, and to just fill out what you told me, basically everything in your own words about what happened last week, and how long you've known him, how you know who he is, and what happened last week, what happened yesterday, how it made you feel, and everything in there.
Okay.
And then the plan is I'm going to complete a case report. I'm going to submit a warrant, an arrest warrant for him, and the district attorney is going to review it,
Okay.
and then they'll make the determination if they'll issue the warrant for him or not.
Okay.
So, is there anything else that you can think of about what happened?
Just stay away from the building.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. I mean,
the best thing. I know you had. I think Commander Davis told me you had questions about the protection order.
yes.
So the best thing to do is to walk over to the courts and just petition case report. I can give you or petition for a protection order, and you can give them the case report numbers,
Okay.
including the one that happened with Mr. Davis. He had the incident, I think, last week
Yeah.
with him. You can reference that case report number. You can reference the one that I'm giving you for today,
Okay.
and you fill out and say, hey, these are all the reasons why I want a protection order
Okay.
to be completed
Okay.
or issued, and then the judge will determine yes or no.
Okay.
Sergeant Isaacson told me that the deadline for the same day court hearing is 10:30 a.m. So if you
Okay.
get it filled out by 10:30, the judge can see you the same day
Okay.
to see if they'll serve it.
Okay.
And then you can basically be no contact with you. You wouldn't be able to be at your place of work or at your home or anything like that.
Good.
So, and then I think that's really the only thing I can think of right now. But yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have you
Okay.
fill this guy out. You
Okay.
can take your time. I'm going to be next door. If I think of anything else, I'll ask you when I come back. Do you think
Okay.
you can have this done by
Yeah.
today? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, then I will start the report, and then I'll be back over to pick this up from you,
Okay.
and then go from there.
Sounds good.
So you don't have any marks or anything?
Oh, it's right there.
Okay. Do you have anything still from?
It's a little red.
Do we have any lighting?
I'm just don't ever turn the light on.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look. If you do have some mark, maybe I'll take a photo of it.
I mean, I can feel it right now.
Can you feel it? Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can tell you there's like right there.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's definitely some redness. I'm just gonna take a couple photos.
Okay.
I'll do this side just to show the difference in kind of colors. I may even do. I do like more for a reference. Works. All right. Yeah, you can definitely see it now that you mention it, like right there. Yeah.
Well, thank you both.
Yep. All right. I'll be back
Okay.
here in like probably. When are you done for the day?
8 o'clock, I gotta go to detention for dinner.
Oh, you do? Okay, so you're here,
Oh,
here
yeah.
all
I'll
day.
be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When are you going to be here still? When are you gonna take from the
I don't
office?
think I have another.
Mitchell Rand was ultimately charged with Colorado Revised Statute 18-9-111-1A, harassment for the contact Jennifer Hoffman's face made with Mitchell's cell phone. Jennifer Hoffman claims Mitchell Rand struck her with his phone as she was walking by. Jennifer Hoffman also requested an order of protection from the courts to protect her from Mitchell Rand. This case is ongoing.